I received a very unusual email, which just did not seem right to me.
This is major news coming out of the government center. Right now, county officials are considering paying hackers.
They were able to try to infiltrate on several different levels until they found a way in.
Mecklenburg County computer servers held at ransom.
Everybody thinks it can never happen to them.
You have to be right as a company 100% of the time, and an attacker only has to be right that one time.
With 24 hours to pay up.
We had to take all of our servers down.
Do you regret not paying the hackers?
Starting Monday night at 10. We speak with cybersecurity experts and county leaders about the computer crisis.
They don't have to have that threat of being caught. They don't have to have that threat of the money being tracked.
What we've learned and what it cost since the Mecklenburg hack attack.
On the day that it all happened, all of our services were down.
December 5th, 2017.
We heard very quickly from our county manager that we had had a major attack.
A Mecklenburg County employee clicked on an email, opening the door to a hack.
I had gotten an email from one of my team members here saying that there was some issues with the computer systems. They weren't really sure what was going on.
It might look like it comes from someone in your company. It might look like it comes from a friend. You interact with the attachment, and then if your computer is vulnerable, then you have unleashed that threat on your computer and all other connected computers.
A phishing email infecting 48 Mecklenburg County computer servers held at ransom. The hackers from overseas leaving behind this note reading, "Your files have been encrypted. You have to pay the encryption in 2 Bitcoin. After payment, we'll send you the decryption tool to decrypt your files."
They can be paid 100% anonymously and actually gain access to funds without them being seized by governments or by others, and without having to say who they are.
A total of $23,000 in blackmail.
Once we found out that we had been hacked and that we were being held for ransom, we had to take all of our servers down.
We were not able to take food stamp applications. We were not able to process Medicaid applications. And those are things that have a timeliness standard.
Departments like social services limited in operations, but the greater concern on the files at risk.
We have employee bank information, social security numbers. We've got health information for our customers at the health department. And so that was really the next critical step, is making sure that none of our data had been compromised.
Did it ever cross your mind to pay these hackers?
I would say yes. I mean, obviously, that you want to sort of take the path of least resistance.
With 24 hours on the clock, County Manager Dina Diorio says she sought advice from the FBI, Homeland Security, and the Secret Service.
And overwhelmingly, they told us, do not pay.
But cyber risk advisors like Chris Pearson say sometimes paying the ransom fee may be the cheapest option.
The county budget is tight enough. $23,000 not necessarily budgeted for something like this. What did it cost the county to rebuild?
You know, we're still evaluating that.
Right now, county officials say the cost for cyber consultants and employee overtime will be in the 10,000s at least. I also asked the county manager, are any programs going to be cut to make up for these unexpected costs? She says the operating budget is set for 2018, but they do plan to speed up IT projects before the end of June and present those to the Board of County Commissioners in a couple weeks. Tuesday night at 10, we continue to dig deeper into this story, asking what files were lost and how long it took to rebuild.
As soon as we got in that day, we noticed something wasn't right.
When Frank Worth saw Mecklenburg County tax collection systems failing to function,
it was a bigger problem than ever before.
An international hack was already underway.
The fact that we were being held ransom, it was, you know, the brave new world, I guess.
County officials say hackers from Iran or Ukraine compromised 48 servers in December, holding them hostage and demanding $23,000 in ransom.
You know, it was kind of a scene from a movie.
With online services shut down, County Manager Dina Diorio refused to pay up.
We really started to evaluate what was our ability and bandwidth to be able to bring our servers back online.
Do you have to go ahead and buy all new servers? Do you have to just, split the environment and divvy it off?
The county didn't have to buy any new servers, but wiped the 48 infected ones clear.
All of our IT staff, they worked night and day, and they had to build each server individually. So it took a lot of time.
Some county employees without email for 3 weeks. The tax deadline also looming around the corner.
We were up about a week, the week of Christmas, so with the tax deadline being January 5th, we were up well within that time frame.
It took 6 weeks to rebuild all 48 servers from the ground up. The cost, at least $10,000.
So at this point, is everything rebuilt? Is everything back online?
Everything is back online now, so we're business as usual, and so that feels really good.
Diorio and her team prioritizing the rebuild based on departments with immediate needs like social services and taxes.
The fact that we didn't have a data breach is really a blessing.
According to county officials, the hackers were unable to get any personal information like bank statements or social security numbers.
We were fortunate in that the ones that hacked us were not the most sophisticated hackers that are out there. There are some that are a lot more insidious.
But when it comes to hack attacks, the only protection is to plan for ransomware.
We have to make sure the controls are built in, that it doesn't shut down a county or a state.
Cyber risk advisors say the time to rebuild 48 servers over 6 weeks seems a little long, but all depends on the resources available. County officials say they've already taken steps towards preventing another cyber attack, like disabling employees from opening attachments in Dropbox and Google Docs. But the big question still remains, why Mecklenburg County? Wednesday night at 10, we investigate why our local government was targeted and who was behind the hack attack.
We do have system hiccups, so December 5th was no different in that as we began the day, we thought it was just a system hiccup.
A hiccup turned hack attack.
I would not say that we did everything 100% perfect because it was a crisis and we had to have a crisis response.
Almost 50 Mecklenburg County servers infected and held for ransom.
Why Mecklenburg County? Why do you think that our county government systems were targeted?
I don't think they were targeted. I think they just go after systems.
There are different risks for financial institutions and governments because they're absolutely picked out as targets of attack.
According to the 2017 Data Breach Investigations report, hackers go after governments and healthcare almost as often as they do banks and financial sectors, not directly stealing money but holding information hostage until they get paid.
The fact of the matter is that municipalities, states, local governments are a little further behind on cybersecurity. They happen so fast and there's so many of them that you really have to have many more controls.
But who was behind the Mecklenburg hack? County officials say the attack came from Iran or Ukraine. Once servers were rebuilt from backup data, they didn't waste resources pursuing the cyber criminals.
More times than not, what we're seeing is these are just spray and pray.
It's kind of just like catching the flu. You know, the flu is everywhere. It's just that if you're at the right place and shake the right hand, you may get the flu.
The county continuing to patch this electronic bug.
The servers are things that are behind the scenes that nobody sees, but we're doing things that actually will impact employees.
Are the servers stronger now to prevent an attack like this from happening again?
I don't think you can ever say it will never happen again, but I think collectively this organization pulled together, and I think we're stronger as a team than we were before.
I asked the FBI if they see more cases with international or domestic hackers. The agency tells Fox 46 in part there are a large number of foreign attacks based on how stolen funds are wired to foreign countries by money mules in the U.S. Here at home, Mecklenburg County leaders are speeding up cybersecurity projects focusing on infrastructure. We'll continue to follow the aftermath of the hack attack, and you can watch all 3 parts of this series online at fox46.com. In the newsroom, Lauren Dugan, Fox 46 Charlotte.